way. So I know how to shoot, I know how to fight. I tell you once, I'll tell you twice. And I'm real discreet, the thief in the night, yeah. If I call you once, I know how to skate. I know how to shoot, I know how to fight. I tell you once, I'll tell you twice. And I'm real discreet, the thief in the night. Thief in the night, yeah. If I call you once, I know how to skate. I know how to shoot, I know how to fight.
All right, YouTube. What's the big old deal, man? We back with another one and another one on my mama's son, man. Hey, it's up there, so leave it stuck there, man. So look, it's getting bad, man. I think they trying to railroad Big U, man. They working through the media. They spending it. You see what I'm saying? He's set to go to trial as close as next month, which would not be smart if he took his trial next month. They are already in the media, TMZ covering it. We finna do a reaction to what is it? Give me 1 second. Law and Crime. Law and Crime is pushing it. This is the part where he needs to have all his ducks in a row. You see what I'm saying? They're stating now that they have witnesses that's already came forward to testify against Big U, which is crazy that he's doing a speedy trial because, they're going to need some time. I highly doubt they're going to push this trial all the way through. Me being the hood dude that I am, I'm sitting back with the binoculars at the mountaintop just studying the game, man. I'm like, ooh, this don't really help everybody. This hurt a lot of people, but the way they're trying to unmask who Big U is that everything that he did was absolutely a front to hide his illegitimate businesses. You know what I'm saying? Which, to me, I don't care what he did wrong, man. Them kids benefited from it. That's all that matter. You know what I'm saying? Except the fact about that young boy dying. We don't know if he did that. May God, fix that in the right direction if he didn't do that. But when it comes to them children, I always said, man, Big U was one of the people who took the time for the youth. Now, I'm not excusing none that he done because I know look, man, what come with this game is violence. In order to become a general, a leader, a top dog, you have to be willing to put down a lot of violence. A lot of people have to get hurt for you to get up there. Nobody gets to the top without demonstrating an excruciating amount of violence, right? That come with this game. Niggas know what they signed up for. You see what I'm saying? Don't jump out in them streets. They made sidewalks. So anybody jumped in them streets and got in the way of him trying to get to the top, that's on them, man, because everybody took their shot once upon a time in the streets, man. So we're not excusing anything he's done, but we going to pick up this game, man. We're going to understand that this game, man, is crazy because, right now, even with the women, let me just say this to a lot of the women out here that's still dating young niggas that's gang banging. Stop believing your boyfriend gang bang stories. Some of these niggas was busters in real life. I swear to God, stop believing your boyfriend war stories. That nigga was a buster out there. Don't believe all these niggas, man, because nigga never made it. Then why nobody know who that nigga is? He got to pull up on them. How come every time y'all go somewhere, don't nobody know your nigga? He tell you, babe, maybe, no, don't go to that store. Don't go to that store right. Yeah, nigga don't want you to go to that store because he's scary. Nigga jump out and go anywhere when he got some nuts between his motherfucking legs, nigga. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas was busters out here, man. But anyway, man, let's get into this Big U situation, man. They coming for him. I hope he's smart enough to have a lawyer that's going to be able to debunk half of this shit. Because right now, what we about to hear the perspective of the people because he's getting national news. This is making national news. So when they do pick their jury and all that crazy stuff, gang, people gonna have a perception of them. You see what I'm saying? This is why I say they're spinning this in the media. And yeah, we running the content, but also, hey, listen, they're working right now. So I hope I hope Loose Cannon really comprehend what's going on because no matter what you're doing on these phones, if you're not paying for your defense, it's bad. Big U right now is looking at life. And let me make sure I'm clear for all them YNs. You know, all these people having their alleged conspiracy theories. Look, man, we could go off the facts. Forget if you want to X out the wiretaps. Look, they got his data. You see what I'm saying? They went to the something called Meta, right? Meta, which is Instagram, Facebook, all of that. They got his Google account. They got his iCloud. Big U was 60-some years old. I highly doubt he was deleting his iCloud before he turned himself in. And now, look, if they got his iCloud, that motherfucker could go back to, whoo, shit, that should go back down there, boy. Man, mom, daddy gave me that chain. Hey, look, he about to go cry in the car. Look, boy, when I tell you it's going down, it's going down. Tell me, hey, man, Uncle Nephew tell you some shit, I'll tell you some shit. You understand me? Let's get into this reaction, gang. Big U, man. Keep your head up. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, let go.
I just need y'all prayers. I need y'all. I don't even know what to say.
Remember Big U? He turned himself into federal custody last month after a shocking indictment alleged he committed a number of crimes, from embezzlement to fraud to extortion to robbery, as well as violating the Federal RICO Act. But that's not all. His indictment comes as such a shock because to the public, he appeared like an OG who just wanted to do good. But according to the feds, that was all a ploy. I'm Elizabeth Milner with Law and Crime. Now, if Big U is convicted on his charges, he's not facing light time. He's facing life in prison. Now, last time I reported on this story, we had little info about the man he's accused of murdering beyond that he was an aspiring rap artist signed to his label. Now we've learned the victim we previously knew as RW actually used to play football with Big U's son.
I just want y'all to know, all this stuff is quagmire. This shit is all bullcrap.
Not guilty. That's the plea Big U entered last week when he was arraigned on his charges. But Big U is looking at a major uphill battle, and the battle of a federal trial could soon begin as early as next month. According to his federal indictment, Big U ran a criminal enterprise that they call the Big U Enterprise. Court documents say the Big U Enterprise is a mafia-like organization that utilizes Henley's stature and long-standing association with the Rolling 60s and other street gangs to intimidate businesses and individuals in Los Angeles. Federal prosecutors claim Big U is known and regarded as a leader within the Rolling 60s Crips, and his time with the gang dates all the way back to the 80s, where he rose up the ranks after earning his rep as an enforcer. So what do the feds have on him? According to the indictment, agents have confidential human sources, wiretaps, search warrants for social media, iCloud, Google accounts, financial records from individuals.
Oh, shit. Boy, listen, when I tell your ass, boy, look, don't you play with Google account, nigga. Google. Yeah, keep it Google, gang. Keep it a Google. Yeah, motherfucker, they got that Google. You know what I'm talking about? Listen, when I tell you, they have all, look, it was, you got to understand something. The house got raided, right? He got away. He was able to stay out a couple hours. You know how long do it takes to erase first of all, you can't erase anything on social media at this point. Remember, I told you the company Meta, which control Facebook, Instagram, all your social, the only one that's separate is TikTok. Now, he had iPhone, that iCloud, you're fucked. You're absolutely fucked. I'm talking about, yeah, nigga, you get up in there, talking about, man, everybody messing with me. Y'all trying to get me in trouble. Hell, motherfucker, no, nigga. They go read all of that shit. They want life. You know what I'm talking about? You know Spanky Johnson? Spanky Johnson? How's that? Hey, Spanky? Yeah, Spanky. Woo-hoo! You make a phone call, I'll tell you, do anything to get it. I don't think I know Spanky Johnson. Life. Hey, what the fuck you mean, life? Man, shit. Boy, let me tell you, Ray, you lost all our money in a card game and fuck the money. It's on my daddy's watch. I've been watching too many movies lately. When I tell you, look, I need y'all to understand something. Let's see. They have iCloud. They have Google Documents, Google account. They have all his financial records. So if he was just transferred, if he didn't have somebody, to manage his books, a book accountant, oh my God, if he was just, utilizing the income, moving money himself without having anybody cover those books, man, they go fry that nigga ass like a motherfucking Thanksgiving dinner on a cold winter night. Boy, I'm talking about, nigga, it is bad. Shit. Look, he gonna go cry in the car. Man, look, man. And I'm telling you, at some point, it looked like he's defenseless. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And by him making that statement before he turned himself in, talking about the feds, nigga, man, hey, listen, none of them dudes, I'm not here to defend anybody, man. I'm just looking at what's being presented on this internet. If I was from 6-0, I will delete my phone. I'll delete everything. I literally would delete anybody that's from the hood. Who is this? I can put you in timeout since you want to act like one. Spank your ass real fast. Yeah, man. I would. At this point, this is very crucial for him to. Anybody from 6-0 that had anything close to what that's going on the back channels, get rid of that phone. First of all, if you a gangbanger, you should never have a cell phone in your name. I don't care what it is. You got a cell phone in your name, there's no way you can deny any of that. You know what I'm saying? You always keep everything out of your name when you a gangbanger, because if you get caught in a crime and you have your actual name on property of tangible property like a cell phone, a laptop, if you have your name on that type of shit, you have to be a dumb criminal. Mind you, a gangbanger is somebody who commits violence for the greater good of the gang. I don't care how you cut that, nigga. You got to stand up on that. Nigga can't have like, oh, no, we straight A students. Hell no. Niggas out here trying to grind, hustle from a street perspective. So do not have your name on anything. Rule number 1, always be prepared for the getaway. You understand what I'm saying? You never know. It's inevitable. The job is to never get caught. How many gangbangers never get caught? Half niggas who gangbang, they quit. They stop going to school after the 10th grade. You see what I'm saying? So it's very crucial that you kind of really pick up what a nigga saying, because if you're just blowing this shit over, I didn't get this far, homie. I did not get this far by not being realistic, homie. I always knew have some lawyer money, because it costs to gangbang. It costs to buy a gun. It costs to have some bail money. It's nothing's free. And then when you go to jail, nigga, if you get caught, that's on you. You see what I'm saying? When you get caught, and then you look over your shoulder, 9 out of 10, your homies ain't gonna be in that courtroom. If it is, it's probably 1 or 2. And if they over there, they trying to see if you telling. Believe that. Let's go. Look at all this information they got on them. This is a lot. This is extremely a lot of information. Let's go.
He was known and regarded as a leader within the Rolling 60s Crips, and his time with the gang dates all the way back to the 80s, where he rose up the ranks after earning his rep as an enforcer. So what do the feds have on him? According to the indictment, agents have confidential human sources, wiretaps, search warrants for social media, iCloud, Google accounts, financial records from individuals and companies or organizations, toll records showing communications between conspirators, victims, and Big U Enterprise members and associates, cell phone records, records from the city of Los Angeles, interviews from witnesses and victims. Now, essentially, they claim to have a lot on him, especially...
All right, we're going to get back to it. Witnesses. They have statements from witnesses. People have already testified against him. They already have testimony against him at this point.
Since the investigation launched in 2021. But here's what else we've learned since the last reporting of this story. So in addition to embezzlement, wire fraud, and all that, Big U was accused of murdering one of his rap artists in a Vegas desert in January of 2021. Now, previously, we only knew the victim as RW because that's what the indictment says. But now we know the victim.
Stop. Don't get a HELOC until you know about HEI. HELOCs are loans. You borrow, pay interest.
Victim's name, Rayshawn Williams. Now, prior to him being a rapper, he was a football player for Crenshaw High. The team even posting a remembrance to him on their Instagram page, writing in part, quote, "He was a very special guy to all of us here at Crenshaw. We hope that you pray and continue to pray for the family and hope that everything goes well along with them. But it's how Rayshawn died that's horrifying. Now, according to the indictment, Big U allegedly murdered Rayshawn by shooting him multiple times, then dragging his body into the desert and left him there in a ditch not far from Interstate 15. A witness told investigators Big U was one of the last people seen with Rayshawn before his murder. But why would he kill his own artist? Well, allegedly, Rayshawn recorded a diss track about Big U, even seemingly foreshadowing his own death. Now, the indictment says, quote, RW was dissing Henley, referring to Henley as the bro that makes some money, and that RW may get shot in the face for thinking his lackadaisical use of the studio and general representation of unique music is funny. Now, just 5 days later, after laying that track down, Rayshawn was shot in the face with a revolver that left no shell casings. But it's unclear if Big U heard the lyrics prior to the murder. But according to the internet gossip and rumors that are swirling around, others have suggested other reasons for why Rayshawn was murdered, like Whack 100 alleging Rayshawn and Big U's son were in a relationship and Big U didn't like that. Now, nowhere in the indictment does it claim that happened. But Whack...
Ooh, Whack, boy, yo, boy, hey, let me say this. Hey, Whack, I understand, boy, nigga, you tried to finish him off because I told y'all social media is a powerful weapon. Niggas is still trying to apply the old street credit, like, oh, nigga, if you got a problem with a nigga, meet him in the streets. And nigga, it's 2025. Nigga, get on this internet and demolish you. Don't nobody gotta play by them old rules no more. For what? You say something about a nigga on the streets, let a nigga got clout on the internet. All he gotta do, nigga, is he change the narrative on your ass. That nigga was wearing a thong. That girl caught that nigga that thong. Yeah, he had them heels on and shit. And she went in his motherfucking exit too. What you gonna do? Hey, I motherfucking said it. Say what you... Yeah, I said it. Motherfucking soft. S-O motherfucking T. Yeah, you're soft, Clyde. You're soft. Hey, don't nobody call me soft. That's my daddy's watch. So what I gotta do to get some frog skin? Who you? That's a denied. Listen, all they gotta do is look, man. He had put a target on his back. Anybody, hey, Whack, you know, like I said, we cool, brother. We cool, brother. Hey, put it on the slide, Jack. Yeah, I'm just telling Darcia and all that shit. Yeah, man, that nigga dangerous right there. You nigga standing next to him, boy. Whoo, they catch him at a concert. They're never gonna let it go because all of this stems from Whack 100 taking their beef to social media. Listen, Whack 100 can't beat up Big U. That's clear, right? Well, we don't put it past nobody. Whack he do swing out like that. You feel me? He might catch him and go to sleep, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But so if he couldn't beat him in the streets because Big U still had his hood, he still had an influence over his hood. Whack is a very powerful person too, I assume. But at the same time, Big U got way more people that go ride and crash out for him more than Whack. See, it's a big difference. But by this, hold up, I know I'm going to try to do that. Put that in there. So what you got to understand is this. Anything happens to Big U, right? As far as this case, the world are going to blame Whack because you was the one who let you talked about all his dirty backdoor business publicly. And then you went and took loose cannon from him. Then you went and took 600 from him and you created a powerhouse. You used his own homies against him to help do your work. That is a powerful man. I'm going to salute you. Hey, Whack, I'm going to salute you, man. You know, I'm just a leader in my own right. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I ever follow another nigga until damnation. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy because it's crazy, bro. They own that nigga head, man. Look, man, right now, they're going to blame Whack 100 is the reason he's the one who took down Big U. You started off saying that he works for the police with the grid program. Nobody ever said anything against Big U besides Whack. Whack was the first one cracked it off on the internet with the smoke. Then he ended up getting loose cannon. And they ran that for like a whole year. Then they end up getting 600. you know what I'm saying, created a power team, and that's how they was able. And watch this, his name is going to be all through that indictment. And when the jury make their decision, his name is going to be Whack 100, expose all of his information. How is Whack 100 gonna say, hey man, I ain't do shit, nigga? You got a whole flock of people from Rolling 60 that's going to look at this like, how did we get here? How did our leader get to this point? They're going to look at him. Not to mention, Big U said it. Whack 100 and 600. He said that. He said something. He basically, it was like a cry for help, nigga. If I go down for this and something happened to me, hey, Whack 100 did it. They said, and you know that's not true. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, who cares about the truth? You know what I'm saying? No, but who really care about the truth? You know what I'm saying? The lie is way more interested in the truth. Nobody actually cares about the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, Whack 100, I would highly suggest, protect your neck. That's all I'm gonna say, brother. Protect your neck. Let's go.
Whack 100 and Big U hate each other, so who knows? It might be Whack trying to get another jab in. But in addition to murder, federal prosecutors allege Big U's enterprise purported control of LA, to the point Big U allegedly required musicians, athletes, and others who wanted to do business in LA, both legitimate and even of the criminal kind, to check in. Now, if you're unfamiliar with checking in, it's pretty much you had to get permission from Big U to travel to LA if you wanted protection. Ironic enough, his podcast is called Checkin' In. He even made note of how to do it in the theme song. When you hop off a plane, check in. Penthouse suite, check in. When your feet hit the street, check in. Because if not, gets hot. You better check in. And checking in isn't just sending a text message to Big U saying, hey, I'm in Los Angeles. You got to pay him. And he's got to sign off on it if you want to conduct certain activities. Now, Big U has pretty much been a guest on every hip hop and rap podcast you can imagine, and the feds were watching. Now, they cited in the Hip Hop Uncovered documentary that Big U stated, if you don't pick up the phone, that can mean death for somebody. And the Nothing to Something podcast, he said, you go and check in. You could choose not to, and it's going to be a problem. If you choose not to check in, you suffer the consequences. Now, an example they use.
Meet the new standard in sleep. This is Pod 4 Ultra. It's not
used of the so-called.
Hold on, look. Let's stop right there. Nothing to Something podcast. They're gonna use your podcast to crucify Big U. I'm telling y'all, anybody name get caught up on these. Look, stay away. Look, Nothing to Something podcast, bro. Change your name. I know me and you had a little dispute on the internet. Scratch all that. Change the podcast name immediately. This is coming from Law and Crime. This is a national YouTube channel. Millions of people watch this every day. Nothing to Something podcast. Paul, I ain't mad at you. That was last year. Our little up and down was last year, gang. I don't harvest feelings and all of that shit. I don't even work with those, nigga. That shit'll get you killed. Change your podcast. This is extremely serious because they're going to use your podcast media data to push that in court and trial. They're going to use everything they're coming at him like a dump truck about to smack a little SUV or something. Man, they finna slam dunk this. They got too much data. See, information is power. All that beating up people, they don't fight you physically. They fight you with the book. They fight you in court. I've been telling people it's not about how hard you hit. It's about how smart you are. Because let me tell you some real game. And for all the YNs that watch me, hey, tough niggas never last long. It's always the smart ones. The smart ones always outlive the tough ones because the tough ones only use their physical. They never use their mental. And it's going to be a lot of people that's going to die of liver and all these bad healths because they don't think, they don't realize, mate, let me start drinking some water. Let me start working out. Let me start mentally, working on my mind. Your brain, you have to work your brain out too. It's a muscle. Your brain is a muscle. You just sitting there stuck on stupid every day, smoking and drinking every day. You're not working this out. You might miss something and you get your ass caught up out here. This is very crucial that we follow this so you don't be in this situation. This is one of the most interesting times in the world where We get to see how people get caught. We get to see how they make their mistakes. So that teaches us how to move and how to maneuver so we don't get caught up in those situations. Let's go.
Consequences was the attempted murder for hire plot of rapper Quando Rondo, which was allegedly set in motion by rapper Lil Durk. Now, during that shooting, Quando Rondo wasn't killed, but his cousin was gunned down. Then there's the whole defrauding companies, donors, athletes, and celebrities part. Big U is accused of pocketing more than $100,000 in donations to Developing Options, his nonprofit charity. He even received donations from the likes of Draymond Green and Shaq. Now, according to the LA Times, in August of 2019, NBA star Draymond Green donated $20,000 to the nonprofit. Shaq donated the same amount, but the money went into Big U's personal account. So that's a lot, right? And that's just the cliff notes, pretty much. Now, I just want to point out here, obviously the feds are accusing Big U of violating RICO, so they allege he didn't do it alone. There were several others also picked up, and by picked up, I mean arrested as a part of the alleged criminal enterprise. Now, as for Big U, he claims that he's innocent. On the way to turn himself in, this is what he had to say.
I'm looking at this video as I come in to turn myself in, and I'm disheartened by the fact that they trying to say that I stole something from Developing Option, or I used Developing Option as a front. Developing Option paid my bills. They paid my house note. They paid the bills for my family, the money I made as an employee for Developing Option. I never mixed that with nothing. I didn't manipulate nobody. I didn't steal nothing. We did PPP loans. We did 2 loans. And that's it, just like everybody else did. I didn't use no fraud. I didn't give none of fake names. And one of them we was paying back and one they forgave.
See, nigga. Hey, man, we don't be doing that. We can't say that like everybody else. That's like saying, hey, they got me. Hey, come on, Tyrone. Hey, come out the bush. Nigga, they got me. They got me, they got us, like everybody else. Hell no, don't give me that shit. Nigga said, hey, that, you know what it's like when people, you know, something happened, well, why you didn't say nothing to them? Because they did it. That ain't cool, Jack. yeah, I did that. And I, like everybody else. Yeah, I did it like everybody. Nigga, look. Hey, one of them was forgave. That's illegal. Yeah, they forgave your ass, but nigga, you did it illegally. Stand up, nigga. I ain't scared to go to jail. Hey, don't drop the soap, nigga. That's your ass, Jack. Yeah, listen, man. Nah, bro. We ain't doing all that. I think the world is watching. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, me, you know, I don't pretend that, you know, I just look at it like this. If we man enough to be a gangster in the streets, we shouldn't fear nothing we shouldn't fear no judge, no lawyer. We shouldn't be, man, it ain't no bowing down. How we kicking niggas ass in the streets, but then when we get in trouble, we get to, you know what I'm saying, you know, biting down a little bit. Nah, bro. Hey, fuck y'all, man. If y'all got me, nigga, get me in court. Nigga, give me life. I ain't scared. I ain't did nothing. If you could convict me, nigga, give me life. Nigga, give me the max. Yeah, nigga, give me 100 years. I ain't did shit, motherfucker. And fuck you too. Yeah. Hey, Judge, hey, go on, man. Go on with that shit, man. You ain't gonna lie on me. Don't lie on my name, man. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't do shit, then there's nothing to worry about. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing to worry about. I just look at it like this. I think right now, this video is going to hurt him in court. This video is going to hurt him in court. You just admitted that you did a loan. So if they forgave you, that means that you filed you applied for the loan improperly. You didn't qualify for the loan. On their end, they gave it to you. You took it, which makes it illegal. And nigga, don't be saying everybody else, man. You like y'all did it like everybody else. If they gonna get me, come get everybody. Hey, don't see it. There go Eugene telling that shit again. Yeah, nigga, I know what's going on, Jack. Let's go.
You know what I mean? And the other one we attempted for, and they didn't give us nothing for it. I filed my taxes, and them coming around telling me I was using Developing Option as a cover. Cover for what? None of that's gonna be true. None of that's gonna be true. The government putting this big picture, they want to arrest 21 dudes. Some dudes I don't even talk to. I don't even know nothing about. So how the hell you gonna lump me in with all them? But it's all a big picture, though. It's all a big picture. Now I'm going to be sitting in here. It's going to be years on my life.
This is what killed me, right? This is what killed. This gotta kill me. In the paperwork, it says that Monty told him that they were they had wiretaps. If they got wiretaps, then you should automatically know to delete everything. I don't think Big U is realizing at that point there, I think he's just more like, let me tell the public I'm innocent because they're going to paint a dirty picture of me, right? But they've been building up this case since 2020. This is 2025. I know to believe that the feds will try to play dirty games, but they don't take 5 years to just blow smoke. They don't. That's taxpayers' money. This is government money that they're utilizing their resources to go after him. So that tells me what? You can't spend 4 or 5 years and not have nothing, and then take him to court, lock him up, and then let him go. Do you know he can sue the man? I'm talking about he will be a millionaire if they have all this shit wrong. And they take away that boy time, and he did nothing illegally, nothing wrong, man, that nigga gonna be rich. And look, I hope they motherfucking wrong too, so everybody can sit back and be like, damn, we had it all wrong. I'll be the first one to say, my bad, big dog. My bad, nigga. I just said don't say everybody else. You know what I'm talking about? It's like that time when we was kids and shit, we had who remember them hard times where we had spaghetti and fucking chocolate milk? Y'all remember going to school and shit? Nigga, they had the little cornbread, the spaghetti, and chocolate milk. That school milk was thick than a motherfucker. Remember, motherfucker had the little coffee cakes and shit? Motherfucker like, here, you want my coffee cake? Give me your milk. Here, you want this milk? Give me your coffee cake. Yeah, motherfucker. Y'all remember them? Don't give me that shit. Y'all remember them yellow and blue lunch tickets and shit? Hell yeah, nigga. Nigga, your mama wasn't shit either. Don't be acting like my mama was. Everybody's mama wasn't rich in the streets now. You know what I'm saying? Grandma raised us. Hell, motherfucker, yeah, put that Vaseline on your face and shit, and had that hard ass woman brush that motherfucking them knots out your motherfucking head. And you're like, shit. Get your ass out of here and go to school. Can I get a Capri Sun? That's for dinner, nigga. No. Drink some water. Oh, want no water. Get the fuck out of here. That's how they were talking to us back in the day. Nigga, total disrespect. Let's go, guy.
Then you going to get dudes who I don't even talk to. What they gonna say? You ruining people's lives. I heard this.
Kellogg helped me discover my path and purpose. One of the incredible paradoxes.
21 people that's been arrested. This shit wrong. It is what it is. Church, just pray for me. Pray for me, pray for my family. And you look at what we did. You look at what I did. I've been home 21 years. It ain't over, though. That's what it's not. Blessings. I'm looking at all these charges on the news. I'm headed back to LA.
Woo! I tell y'all like this, boy. Big U, hey, boy, you got some strong genes in you, boy, because I think I'll be like, man, I ain't even did nothing, man. They just lying on my name and shit, man. You can hit in my throat, nigga, if I was facing that type of shit, Jack. He's like, you're going to get me in trouble. Be bad with the crackers now. The crackers don't fuck around. They have a 90% conviction rate. 96%, correction. 96%, bruh. You mean to tell me that they didn't spend the last 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 5 years, nigga, and they making this shit up with a 96? My peoples, we have to start educating ourselves, bro. We have to start utilizing our brain and think like, nah, I know he ain't gonna say nothing. Oh, I know he could. For me, make sure your peoples is battle tested. Because if you slap somebody over there, you sock somebody out. In the old days, if a nigga beat your ass up, you still don't snitch. It was honor among thieves, among gangsters. This a whole new motherfucker shit. That nigga probably knocked the nigga tooth out and shit. Nigga, yeah, that nigga did it right there. Yeah, that motherfucker, yeah, that big ass nigga, hell yeah. Yeah, motherfucker, fuck you, nigga. You know, knock my motherfucking teeth out. I asked nigga Darcy to help me get some teeth. She talking about, tell that nigga knock your teeth out to get you some teeth, motherfucker. Yeah, you want to take your ass over there and gangbang? Look, you motherfucker knock your tooth out. And you call that nigga your homeboy. Nah, fuck you. Tell that nigga get your teeth. Nigga, that's my vacation money. My grandkids need Christmas gifts. I don't got no, tell that nigga to do it. Or if a nigga said, hey, Big U, man, I need a job. Hey, man, I'm all tied up. What you gonna do for me if you go, nigga, you want a job? I'll get you a job, but you have to do something for me. Man, I ain't with all that no more, man. I told you I'm trying to change my life. Shit, this is the only motherfucker that's gonna ride for me. You know what I'm saying? All that type of shit. Oh, man, you just never know. Any nigga that you done talked about, any nigga you done slapped, any nigga if you had a nigga DP'd, if you had a nigga beat up, he jumped and all that shit. These little new young niggas and shit, nigga, they telling. Nigga, and then look, this is how they mock me. Man, fuck that hood, nigga. Judge, I'm his mother. Yes, my son told me that nigga right there, he did it. My son ain't no snitch. But nigga, I'm telling today. Yeah, fuck y'all. That's my baby. No, none of you niggas raised him. That's my son. And I tell on you motherfuckers he came out of this motherfucker. That's how these little niggas, my mama, I can't tell. She's like, well, shit, bitch, I can tell. Fuck them niggas over there, and I'm telling. So this is why it's dangerous. These little YNs, their mothers, they look at their kids like they boyfriends and shit. You ain't gonna be putting your hand on my motherfucking baby. I ain't from your motherfucking hood. Like Neil Long talking to motherfucking D-Boy and shit. That's my motherfucking sister. I ain't scared of you. What you say to me, bitch? Here go crazy. Hey, that's a female. What you say, nigga? Hey, man, that's a female. Yeah. Here, pull up. Take this. Yeah, nigga, that's how they do it, boy. And I ain't scared of your big ass. Anytime somebody say they ain't scared of you, yeah, you're scared, motherfucker. Let's get into it, man. It's just, I just don't see the angle of I wish the best for everybody fighting their cases, but at the end of the day, think about it, bro. All of these years, for them to be just sporadically making up this shit, he's going to need a proper legal defense, man. Let's go.
And then I'm looking at the people they arrested. How you gonna go arrest people that I don't even talk to? That's a built-in liar right there. You know what I mean? So is that how they gonna work the case? Everybody know I don't can him. Everybody know I'm big baby. So if you want to arrest certain dudes, and put them next to me, them is the dudes you gonna have to call themselves turning against me. Well, ain't no turning against me. I ain't going for that. You might as well go get 600 and whack. These dudes been saying I did all year. So what they doing is they go on the internet and these dudes say that I did shit on the internet. Then when you say I did on the internet, they go investigate it. Now you raiding my houses, raiding my shops, raiding all this stuff. And talking about I'm committing crimes and covering up with developing option. What crimes am I committing to cover up with developing option? You know what I'm saying? I ain't committed no crimes and covered nothing up with development.
See, the fact that he's asking, he said, what crime did I commit? You see what I'm saying? That nigga talking in third person. He asking the camera, waiting for a response. Then he say, see what I said? I ain't, damn. And it's crazy because when we looking at all this data, they got Big U going to New Jersey, nigga, Mississippi, Memphis, all of these states, chucking up neighborhood with the gangs and the rolling 60s and shit, man. It just looks bad, man. Then that RICO that happened in New Jersey, they got his name all in that RICO indictment with TFS Surf.
But this how they get you. They get one or two people to say something. Ain't gonna be no real evidence. Ain't gonna be no real nothing. It's gonna be a repeated thug. It's gonna be a bunch of people in jail for a bunch of different crimes that don't have nothing to do with me. They finna lump all of us up and say it's all around the 60s. Watch this. We just seen it with thug. I'm finna experience the same thing out here. I knew it was coming. Now they on there saying all this stuff to assassinate my character.
If you're still using Stripe or Square in 2025, you're flushing 3.5% of your revenue down the drain.
All right, man, just pray for me. And again, they can do any one of us. It ain't nobody safe with these dudes. If these dudes feel they want you, how they going around talking about somebody's gonna raid my house before my house get raided? How they there with the police? And y'all sitting there following them. Everybody that's a part of them shows, and 100 shows, and all them shows, and y'all need to, everybody who following them, promoting them, anything. Y'all wrong. Y'all ain't black. And y'all show ain't for our people.
All right, chat. This is why I say, man, you know, I understand, you know, he feel betrayed at this point, but you got girls like SKG saying that you had her DP'd and you had her beat up and you know, all that type of stuff. Those are the people that you should probably want to condemn, because if that's true, she was pregnant when she got DP'd. Black people, I mean, our own people did that to her. So those are the people that you got to worry about, man. Anybody, it's called freedom of speech, bro. I never knock somebody. People talk shit about me on the internet all day long. I don't give a how a nigga feel about me. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, you know, you should be worrying about who's watching who and who's watching what. Like, this is the wrong time for that. You can't condemn somebody for listening. Nigga, we pay our own cell phone bill around this motherfucker. Last time I checked, nigga, shit, nigga, I still got bills I need to pay. Shit, I pay these bills right here, man. I ain't no nigga gonna tell me, nigga, oh, you wrong for watching a nigga that's lying on my nigga. They lied on Jesus, nigga. They lied on me. They lied on you. This ain't. Hey, listen. I've been lied on before. You know what I'm saying? And I had my day in court, and I was exonerated from all charges because somebody lied on me. So I know what that's like to be lied on. It's nothing to play about. But I would never try to condemn somebody from watching somebody else's shit. I just know when a nigga lie on you, they lie on. What can you do if somebody lying on you? You can't do nothing about it. You fight it in court. Now, this is gonna be a hard road for him. He just confirmed that he's finna spend years of his life behind the walls. You see what I'm saying? I don't honestly believe that he understand that the wiretaps that they got against him, they have wiretaps of him talking reckless to several people that's on that RICO indictment. By him even saying this right here, man, speaking on whack and 600, it just looks bad, bro. Let's go.
They can put charges against anybody. So this is gonna probably be my last video. I'm gonna go turn myself in.
Too many videos,
see what's going
man.
on. They talking about I'm a fugitive. So they just raided all my houses. 600 was actually with the police when they raided my house. And he's actually got video and footage of it. So y'all know what y'all dealing with. And I just want to say this to y'all. When they raided my houses and my property, they was asking about whack, loose cannon, 600, and this internet stuff. All of y'all filed. All y'all who be sending shit around the internet, all y'all who be promoting and listening to what these niggas saying, all y'all giving these likes and hidden likes, all y'all supporting this. All y'all guilty of this. If you had something against a black man, you should handle it with a black man in the streets. Wack said 100 times he was gonna take my contracts. He working with the FBI. The FBI went to the city 3 days in a row and told the city they didn't want nobody to give me no more money. They went to all the different celebrities and told all the different celebrities, don't give me no money, don't help me, don't do nothing for me. They going around scaring and intimidating everybody. But y'all sending it around, getting people in trouble. Like y'all don't understand what the FBI do to black men who try to help their community. I ain't been nothing but a help to our community. But I guess it is what it is. This the price of being black and trying to help somebody, trying to help your community and do what you can. You're just guilty because somebody else don't like you and then go on the internet and do what they want to.
Here's how to never have to worry about money after a car accident. Listen, if you have been in a car
when y'all gonna promote it, it's crazy. But I'm going to go turn myself in though.
Wait,
because I ain't did nothing.
I'm confused. It sounds like it's like I don't know. It seems like, you know, like he's the victim in all of this shit. Like he's just being attacked for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, we gotta take karma for what it is, man. Karma don't always come in the same revenge that it was dished out in. You see what I'm saying? It might come in a different way. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people don't ever really understand. Just because you might have beat somebody up and shit in the streets and all that shit, you might not get that beat up. Somebody pack you out. You know what I'm saying? It comes in different ways. But, you know, I think, you know, he hurt. You know, I think his emotions, he's disappointed in people, as if, you know, sometimes, you know, that victim mindset feels like you should be taking my side because, you know, I help this youth. I'm the one that want to help these kids. No matter what I do on the side, I still mean good. And that's not how the game go, man. You know, we got to take whatever you go through, you got to do it chest out, chin up, man. You know, I think everybody you know, on this earth is going to make bad decisions, bad choices. I think we all got to, you know, we got to stand up no matter what it is. The point is just make sure you can live with whatever you deal with. You know what I'm saying? If you dish it out, you got to take it. You know what I'm saying? You know, we seen the shit about how, you know, alleged, how you threw water on Nipsey. You had Nipsey Hussle DP because he expressed how he felt about how you was treating him, and you felt like he needed his ass DP because he said some shit that you didn't like. That's not cool either. That's not cool either, man. You know, as far as the other shit, appreciate the super sticker, Purple. Appreciate you, love. Appreciate you. You know, I feel like this, man. And this go for anybody that's in them streets, man. If you make sure, if you out here with that, let me tell you this, man. Hey, a fucked up heart, you can't be no real one with a fucked up heart. I don't care how much good you do in the world. If you got a fucked up heart and you try to cover it with certain shit, you can't escape that. The world is going to make sure that you meet your maker. You know, everybody think they're a good person because you didn't help somebody else. It's not even about that. It's about the heart. God know that heart. See that heart that you got? God made that heart for you. And no matter what you do in life, even if you're doing wrong, it's long as you don't have a fucked up heart. If your intentions is genuine or survival, you trying to whatever. But if you just wake up and you just want to just bring chaos to the world, I want to smash somebody today because I'm mad. Just be prepared for when that shit turn around and hit your motherfucking ass. Don't be sitting up here acting as if like somebody shamed you or did you wrong. God knows your heart. That's why I say, man, when you reach a certain age in life, you put them guns down. You see what I'm saying? You know, at some point in time in life, you got to grow up and start realizing that we done fucked up our communities. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't continue to be walking these streets, continue fucking up our communities and think we're going to have longevity. You know what I'm saying? God will remove you off the board. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, we got to realize we're grown men now. Grown men don't wake up and cause chaos. Grown men figure out a solution. Because when we was coming up, our elders told us to get a job and keep our head down. They never told us to get rich. They never told us to go be something else. We was taught to take what we get, keep our head down, and when we graduate high school, we get a fucking job. Half of us didn't even have the go to college. And some of these women now, you telling your baby, girl, go to college. Don't worry about no boys. They gonna be there. You fuck around. She done spent 8 to 10 years in college. Now she got a successful job. Now she makes so much money. She won't. All the men who got money don't want the girl who got money because she comes with high standards. You see what I'm saying? Then now she like, shit, I wish I did. I probably would have been married if I just found a good man, rock with him, invest in him, and he invest in me, and we'd be married with kids. But no, you took your motherfucking ass to college and took 7-8 years of your life. Now you making all this money. You don't want to date a nigga that's a plumber who owns his own plumbing company because he coming home smelling like shit. Mama, he stink. I wish I would. Shit, your mama don't even got a high school diploma, but you praise the shit out of her. But this nigga graduated high school, got a plumbing company and shit. You don't want him. You want the nigga that makes 6 figures. The nigga that got 6 figures don't want a woman with 6 figures because he can't tell you nothing. You're not going to be submissive to him. You like, I got to work too much. He might want to take you on a vacation. You can't. You got to work overtime to keep your position. You want to, oh, well, I run my business. You just got to understand. I got to make this. I don't want to. All right, cool. Let me go get the girl who got a 9 to 5, who could take vacation time. She could cook. She could clean. And we on the road driving somewhere. She's like, babe, pull over. Give me some wipes. I got to piss. Not nobody. I would never piss in the desert. That is so unsanitary. Fucking roaches and flies going in my cuckoo. All that little weak ass. Give me a real bitch. I don't want all that little fancy ass shit. Bitch wearing white ain't never got dirty. Get that bitch about it. I don't want that. I mean, that broad. I don't mean to say bitch. I meant to say broad. You know, broad one time. You know what I'm talking about? Let's go. I was getting carried away right there, boy. That's all right, though. That's all right. Let's go.
But I guess it is what it is. This the price of being black and trying to help somebody, trying to help your community and do what you can. You're just guilty because somebody else don't like you and they go on the internet and do what they want to and y'all gonna promote it. It's crazy. But I'm going to go turn myself in though. Because I ain't did nothing. This fact is, man, they done went to my house, kicked my houses in, bust my doors down, bust my windows. They calling my son at his football practice, threatening him. You know what I mean? These dudes tagging him. What kind of shit is this? But y'all gonna be rolling with these dudes. And I got this last thing to say. Wax said he was gonna destroy developing option, right? So who gonna replace developing option? Which one of you 60s gonna call yourself coming in? Because whoever try to come in, y'all the ones that's working with Wax.
Oh my God.
Believe that. So remove me.
Oh my God. Out of everything. Come on, Big U. Come on, big homie. Did that nigga care about that contract? He was making a lot of money. That nigga said, which one of y'all gonna, which one of you heard what he said? He said the niggas trying to take developing option. He worried about that organization more than anything, boy. It must be somebody must want his spot. And he know it. Somebody wanted his spot, man. And it's crazy because I always tell y'all, look, to be the man, you got to knock down the boss. You see what I'm saying? It's always, look, don't ever get it twisted. It's always somebody who wants your spot. Do you ever realize that some people, I got an exercise for y'all. When y'all get by yourself, somebody stand on a chair, right? And it's so hard to pull somebody up with you because they weight too much. They problems, it's so hard to lift somebody up. But how about somebody stand up and pull that person down? It's so easy to pull somebody down than to lift somebody up. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? It is so easy to pull somebody down to then lift somebody up, because most of the time you will find out that people never really want it for themselves. They only want what you got because what you got, you make it look good. That's why I said people, they not mad at you. They mad that it is you. You see what I'm saying? And it's so hard for people. That's why I said stop treating people like you owe them something. Because when you start to make it in life, or you doing okay, you got a roof over your head, you got a car, you got gas in your tank, you got groceries, you walk outside, you smelling good and all of that, and somebody else got problems. And they be like, girl, that's good for you. I'm so proud for you, girl. Yeah. That broad motherfucking proud. Yeah, motherfucking right. That broad ain't proud for you. Hell, motherfucking no. She been running her mouth on TikTok talking about her life is so fucked up and she's tired of this nigga. But man, listen. And you walk around, la 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 la. It's a good day today. Hey, Joyce. Hey, that's it. Yeah, girl. Let's go have some cocktails. Nah, it's happy hour. Bitch, drink on me. Nah, I don't got no money today. Nah, I got you, bitch. Bring your ass. And then you paying the bill and she got to watch you cover the tab and shit like that. And she like, why this bitch life ain't happy? I mean, why she so, women hate to see other women happy. Niggas hate to see other niggas shining. We, black people, we don't have to worry about nobody, other race destroying us. We're going to destroy ourselves. We're gonna demolish ourselves. We didn't got to the point where we're the only race that don't believe in, hey, I'm not gonna make this man who works 12 to 13 hours a day spend his whole entire check to make sure that my ass is okay. I can go shopping when I want to. I can call him for money and all of this shit. And the moment that I realize the moment she realized that she's no longer attracted to him, she gets to leave. That's why a lot of men is like, shit, don't say you're an independent woman and then expect for him to pay everything. Because think about this, and I want to leave this before we get into the reaction. If he's making $50,000, you're making $50,000, that is $100,000 household. That man could treat you better. He don't have to slack. He's at work all fucking. You think that nigga don't want to go to the mall, go shopping, go to happy. You at happy hour at 3 in the afternoon. That nigga at work, nigga picking boulders and shit. You didn't even graduate high school. That nigga went to college and bust his ass. And then you farting in the fucking bed all day long. He like, babe, I'm tired, rub my back. I'm not your mama, nigga. I'm not married, nigga. Ask your mama to. I got a homeboy who getting dog, and this is not all women, because it's a lot of beautiful women, especially in this congregation watching me tonight. Amen. God is good, ain't he? But not y'all. But I know some tired ass bras out here that don't give a fuck about a nigga. I'm talking about she can't even pronounce the shit on the menu, and she said a man is only good for paying bills. That's it. And she got a nigga on the side, and he know about it, and he don't give a fuck. He love her dirty feet, boy. I tell you. Shout out to y'all beautiful women in the congregation today. Let's get it. I had to say my piece one time, y'all.
To get me out the way for somebody else to come in who gonna cooperate. That's what the play is. That's what the whole play is. I'm out. I'm gonna send y'all videos to put up, all of them until they lock me up.
Hey, Las Vegas homeowner, did you know that if your solar panels were installed between January of 2012 and December of 2024?
And we'll see how this plays out, as new reports suggest he could face trial as early as next month. Let's bring on trial attorney Adante Pointer to get his take on what Big U's.
Hey, real fast, y'all. I know we going up and down, but I need y'all to do me a big favor, right? You know, I pray every day. I ask God, you know, a lot of people that swing by the channel. If you ain't subscribed to this channel, man, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe for this channel, man. I need y'all to take 2 seconds, man. If y'all ain't subscribed, just subscribe for this channel, man. I pray to grow every day. It costs y'all $0. So I'm going to give y'all a second, man. Go ahead and let this intro play, and everybody hit the subscribe button. Come fuck with me. Let's go.
I know how to shoot, I know how to fight. I tell you once, don't tell you twice. I'm real discreet, the thief in the night. Yeah. If I call you I know how to skate, I know how to shoot, I know how to fight. I tell you once, don't tell you twice. I'm real discreet, the thief in the night. Thief in the night. If I call you I know how to skate, I know how to shoot, I know how to fight.
All right, man. I just want to say thank everybody who actually took the time to subscribe for the channel. Man, I pray every day that I keep growing, man. I came from nothing to where I'm at, man, and I did it organically. A lot of these suckers think that I really, you know what I'm saying? I really evolved myself. I recreated myself to do what I do. You know, I heard somebody say, oh, that nigga, his message good, but he's sounding corny. Hey, but you know what? That's just called personality, homie. In the streets, I was so serious, I didn't even know I had a personality until I kept on doing this. You know, I try to bring my personality, bring my wisdom, my solidarity, and I actually am genuine about what I say. So, man, for anybody that subscribed to this channel, man, I just want to say thank y'all, and let's get back to this reaction, gang. Let's get it.
Trial could look like. Adante, thank you so much for joining me today. Now, before we get into the trial aspect of everything, what's actually your reaction to Big U's 107-page indictment? In it, there's so many allegations like violation of RICO Act, allegations of embezzling, allegations of murder, and that federal authorities actually date back some of these alleged crimes as early as 2021.
Yes. You know, this is a very much a sprawling indictment that has ensnared not only Big U, but it implicates a lot of different people, because the government essentially laid out their case to say this was not a single individual. although he was the head or the mastermind, if you leave it to what the government has put together, of this criminal enterprise. And in order for it to be an enterprise, that means there are other people involved. And so this is a net that has ensnared more than just Big U, but it's also implications for a lot of other people on a far-ranging list of crimes. And this is something that was pretty shocking to read. It almost read as if it was a fiction novel. But from the government's position, this is fact, not fiction.
Oh, yeah, and it does feel like it's a movie script just kind of playing out. And it's interesting too, because the persona Big U kind of portrayed was that of a former OG that's now a community activist. He wants to do good for the community. And while we can say two things can be true at once, right? Like maybe he was doing good for the community, but if you believe what the federal authorities are alleging, especially in this indictment, he was running pretty much essentially a mafia-like enterprise. They even said that in the indictment. What's your reaction to kind of what feels like a double life he was living?
Well, you mentioned that two things can be right. And so he could have also been engaged in things that were positive, if you will, for the community in terms of helping a community that's very disadvantaged and hasn't received the same economic opportunities. Nevertheless, you have to counterbalance that with these allegations right now that show that he was involved in not just trafficking and extorting people, but also they say that he personally committed a murder. So, those are very stark contrasts and contradictions of a person. And I'm sure the community knows him one way or maybe both ways. That's what's going to be pretty riveting, is to see if this case makes it to trial and or more information that comes out as relates to where the government got their information from. We may see two contradictions of a man on full display. Or we may see that this is really the monster as he's been portrayed, or as Big U has tried to portray himself, a victim of government overreach.
And what are your thoughts on Big U kind of declaring his innocence? Now, before he had turned himself into federal authorities, initially people thought he was going to make a run for it, but he turned himself in. We know that. And he's been in custody for weeks at this point. But in terms of just what federal authorities have on him, but Big U's kind of declaring that, to your point, this is overreach. What's your reaction to that?
Well, when you're up against a federal indictment and one of the cornerstones and the bedrocks of our democracy is innocent until proven guilty, I think that he played it the way that you could, which is he's saying, hey, I didn't do all of these things that you're claiming. I'm not this monster that you're portraying me to be. And I'm looking forward essentially to defending myself against these allegations. That in and of itself.
8 Sleep's brand new Pod 4 is truly incredible right out of the box. Installation
itself doesn't necessarily mean that I didn't do anything that's being alleged or that I wasn't some part or piece of the entire mosaic or picture that they're painting. He's just simply saying, look, I didn't do all that you said I did. This isn't the way it went down. And I look forward to saying my piece. And you're targeting me. And that same allegation rings very similar to what we heard with our current president, who was the target, if you will, of federal activity in the courts and prosecutors. And he wound up his way in the White House in the Oval Office.
Yeah, that is very correct. As far as the allegations in Big U's indictment, when it comes to wire fraud allegations, embezzlement, making fraudulent applications for COVID-19 relief loans, and then you have that on top of some of the more kind of heinous allegations too, that being murder, allegations of robbery, kidnapping, all of that sort. Why do you think that they're all kind of stacked together in this massive indictment, as opposed to, for example, the murder happened back in 2021? Why do you think that wasn't taken up as a separate matter, and then possibly the financial stuff taken up in another matter? Why do you think it's all together? It's so that way federal authorities can kind of get a slam dunk and a win, or what are your thoughts on that?
Typically, when you see the federal authorities or any prosecutor kind of lump together an assortment of crimes that range over an extended period of time, what they're looking at is the cumulative effect of the weight. When Big U were to step into a trial and or try to negotiate a plea bargain on this case, the prosecutor has 5, 10, 15 different criminal acts and violations to choose from.
to kind of to put him in a rock and a hard place, so to speak. And so what you see is they pile on, is the term that the criminal defense attorneys use. We say, you've piled on all these charges in order to make it that much more difficult for my client to fight for his freedom, and or if we were to go to trial, you paint such a negative picture by claiming all these different things. A jury is more likely to think, well, maybe not all of these things are true, but one of these things are true. And we might not agree on the most severe crime, but we can make a compromised verdict in terms of a jury agreeing on a charge or a conviction on something that's a little bit less serious, but yet carries devastating consequences in terms of prison time.
Yeah, because he's facing life in prison, and not even just life in prison, a statutory max sentence of life in prison. What are your thoughts on whether or not this could be a possibility for him, especially given that, he had previously served time for a completely different separate matter? But in terms of just the punishment that he's facing, it is a lot of time, but what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, federal charges and convictions come with heavy penalties. That's why the weight of the federal government, when it's leaning on you as a criminal defendant, or if you're the criminal defense attorney, is punishing. Because especially for people who have prior convictions, you have the risk of being declared a career criminal, which in and of itself invokes a mandatory minimum of decades of time. And that's how the federal system works. It's a point system as it relates for how a punishment could be meted out. So when he has all these different variety of crimes, you add that to his prior convictions, and you're looking at a staggering amount of time as it relates to prison exposure. And that's why many people plead, because you're up against a very difficult decision. Do I risk what might be hundreds of years in prison, or do I take 10, 15, 20 years, which is still an amazing amount of time, but you still have an opportunity to come home and restart your life, versus 300 years.
Damn, nigga said, whoo, whoo, damn, nigga, 300 years. Man, listen. I done seen American, what was it called? What was that with Denzel Washington in it? With that nigga, Frank Lucas? Hell yeah, nigga, that nigga started telling on everybody. Here, nigga, let me put that shit on the board. And I want my motherfucking money. The motherfucking cops took I want my money. Yeah, that nigga here, give me some of that coffee. Yeah, nigga, that motherfucker, I never liked that motherfucker over here. That 300, man, come on, bro. Come on, man. That nigga got kids and all that shit. Bro, let me just tell y'all this. Stop believing everybody is just super solid where everybody is come on, man, look. At his age, he don't even hang around the streets like that no more. They are, look, allegedly. And if y'all see the paperwork with Eddie Boy, what is Eddie Boy's name? Something. Big U name was all on that paperwork. You see what I'm saying? It was covered on it. It was like, man, I shouldn't have been messing with that. It was a lot of shit that he said out of pretext that shouldn't have been said in Eddie Boy's paperwork. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what y'all think. Y'all think Big U will stand tall on 300 years? He got a son in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? He got a wife. He got children, grandbabies who need him and his guidance. Or you think he gonna throw all that away to prove to some niggas? He didn't touch millions of dollars to prove to some niggas that don't even got his type of money. Do y'all really believe everybody a real nigga? Everybody could do 300 years. 300 years, hands down. Nigga, fuck my family. Hell no, I want y'all to know that I'm a real nigga. Yeah, give me 300. Give me 350, Judge, because I'm a real one in this motherfucker. Yeah, I ain't scared to do my time. Don't drop the soap, nigga. Come on, gang. Like, come on, bro. Nigga, did you heard him? He said 20 years. He's 60 now. So 20 years towards 300. What's the difference? 20, 300, nigga, 70, 80. Nigga, he got time to come up. Nigga, by the time he come home, that nigga will be in a convalescent home.
man, motherfucker, hey, change my diaper. Hey, I think I bodied on myself. Yeah, man, it just be sliding down sometime. Don't give me that shit. I'm 85 years old, son. Shit, you my age, shit, you eat, it slide out you. Shit, nigga, I'm 85, man. I still got nigga icy hot on my legs, nigga. Let's go.
which is essentially a death sentence.
Wow.
Attorney is
Meet Devoto AI, the photo editing software that everyone's talking about.
is punishing, because especially for people who have prior convictions, you have the risk of being declared a career criminal, which in and of itself invokes a mandatory minimum of decades of time. And that's how the federal system works. It's a point system as it relates for how a punishment could be meted out. So when he has all these different variety of crimes, you add that to his prior convictions, and you're looking at a staggering amount of time as it relates to prison exposure. And that's why many people plead, because you're up against a very difficult decision. Do I risk what might be hundreds of years in prison, or do I take 10, 15, 20 years, which is still an amazing amount of time, but you still have an opportunity to come home and restart your life, versus 300 years, which is essentially a death sentence.
Yeah, and that's why I'm kind of surprised that given this overwhelming amount of evidence, it seems like from federal prosecutors and from authorities, that I was a little surprised that Big U pleaded not guilty. Now, again, he maintains his innocence in all of this, but as in terms of him not going through with the plea, in this case, now going to trial, what's your reaction? What do you think it could look like?
Hold on, man. All right, so look, hold on, man. I want y'all to watch this.
My nigga about to go on today, y'all. OG, man. 40 straight. Y'all did that bullshit, kill my brothers and sisters, lay that shit down. Y'all be doing 40. I can't even do over 30 years old. I mean, I get 70. Go talk to him. Money, man. Say it one more time. Say he came in at 30, y'all. He leave it out at 70. And he work out every day. Y'all see that shit up under the shirt. Look, stay down. Keep your kids out there. Keep your family. And fuck that bullshit. Get you that money. Everything else will matter. Saying that in the streets, where it matter at. Because it don't matter. They trying to kill you in here. They've been trying to kill me for the last 40 years. Oh, for real. Then I wouldn't break. I made it. For real. Shit deep. Young brothers out there, hear me, man. Come here with this bullshit, man. Because they're going to kill you now. It ain't the same way it was when I first coming here. They trying to kill us for real now. I just did 40 straight going home in 2 hours. My nigga about to go on today, y'all. OG, man. 40 straight. Y'all did that bullshit, kill my brothers and sisters, lay that shit down. Y'all be doing 40. I can't even do over 30 years old. I mean, I get 70.
He went in when he was 30 years old. He came out. That's his last day. He went in at 30. He's leaving at 70. At 70, man, god damn, boy, shit. You know when he buy that little prostitute, she gonna be like, I want $400. He's like, $400? Shit, baby, back in the day, I could go get some brass monkey, $25, and we have a good time. Go get some Church's chicken. Yeah, girl, I tell you all the little motherfucking Commodores and the Temptations, and yeah, nigga, and my homeboy, look, Mr. Charlie and Esther Rue, and yeah, JP, yeah, you know, 400. Damn, baby, I just did 40. Damn, 40 years. Damn, nigga just did 40 years. Nigga, he get up in that motherfucking pussy, he slide it. Oh, that nigga dead. He slide in some pussy, that nigga about to die. Woo, they got that firecracker pussy out there. There's fireworks flying everywhere. That nigga, 40 years, nigga. Life. Spanky Johnson. You know Spanky Johnson? Yeah, mother. Hey, Spanky, you don't got to do that dude like that. He's a square, man. He didn't know Ray, but you do. Oh, Spanky, I was just trying to get by. Man, nigga, listen. Nigga, he went in at 30, came out at 70. You understand? Nigga. Hey, listen. This new generation, shit, nigga, 300 years. Them niggas about to tell, like, man, fuck this hood, nigga. I was practicing. I only joined because there was some bad bitches over there. Shit, 300 years, I'll never see these bitches again. I know how these little niggas are sing, boy. Listen, that man, y'all heard that. I'm glad I played that for y'all so y'all can see. Man, look, nigga, they talking 300 years? Man, listen, bruh. That nigga don't even know them niggas over there like that. Let's go.
You know, he had previously served time for a completely different, separate matter. But in terms of just the punishment that he's facing, it is a lot of time. But what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah. Federal charges and convictions come with heavy penalties. That's why the weight of the federal government, when it's leaning on you as the criminal defendant, or if you're the criminal defense attorney, is punishing. Because especially for people who have prior convictions, you have the risk of being declared a career criminal, which in and of itself invokes a mandatory minimum of decades of time. And that's how the federal system works. It's a point system as it relates for how a punishment could be meted out. So when he has all these different variety of crimes, you add that to his prior convictions, and you're looking at a staggering amount of time as it relates to prison exposure. And that's why many people plead, because you're up against a very difficult decision. Do I risk what might be hundreds of years in prison, or do I take 10, 15, 20 years, which is still an amazing amount of time, but you still have an opportunity to come home and restart your life, versus 300 years, which is essentially a death sentence.
Why stick with high processing fees and complicated pricing when there's a simpler solution?
Yeah, and that's why I'm kind of surprised that given this overwhelming amount of evidence, it seems like from federal prosecutors and from authorities, that I was a little surprised that Big U pleaded not guilty. Now, again, he maintains his innocence in all of this, but as in terms of him not going through with the plea, in this case, now going to trial, what's your reaction? What do you think it could look like?
Well, he's going to have amount of time to review the federal government's evidence against him and try to challenge it, and then mount his own defense. At some point in time, as you mentioned, he will have to make the decision. Am I going to try to make a deal or accept an offer, or will I have to go to trial? Those are going to be heavy concerns and considerations for him to think through, because as we discussed, he's looking at an inordinate amount of time, and the federal government will give you that time. There's no question. So this will be a very difficult decision. And I think primarily it'll weigh upon the witnesses coming to court and cooperating. But that's actually a very common tactic of the federal government, is when you're facing a federal prosecution, oftentimes they already have the witnesses against you in the bag, so to speak, and they're cooperating, and they have sentences, and they have statements and interviews and recorded evidence. So oftentimes when you see a federal indictment, the federal government has already done the research, they've already done their homework, but that doesn't mean people do not beat these charges.
All right, so man, shit, let's see. So get out of jail when you are 80 or 90 or die. There are his options. God damn, man. Hey, one option is better than the other. You got to realize this, man. This is the worst time to be fighting these type of cases. This is the worst time. Now, he's claiming that he did nothing wrong. The government have completely this was some mischief. This is something that he's stating, that the government have him all wrong. He ain't did nothing. They have assassinated his character, tarnished his name, his brand. And I honestly believe if all of this is wrong, which, the feds, they have a 96% conviction rate. I gotta believe if they lied on him, he deserved multi-millions. I'm talking about in the hundreds of millions of dollars. If the government spent the last 4 or 5 years wiretaps, surveillance, attacking his iCloud, financial documents, if all of this shit, if he have done nothing, just the embezzlement alone is a lot. They stack so much on him to make sure he don't get out of jail. Just the federal crimes alone is going to hold him up in there shit until he about 70 anyway. So we just heard him say 300 years. 300 years, nigga? Woo, shit. You heard what he said. He's like, yeah, whoo, it's like a death sentence. Nigga, kill me now. Nigga, man, kill me now, motherfucker. it's gonna be a sad day if he ever. And you know, I hope the best for everybody. You know, everybody's innocent until proven guilty. But just imagine, man, his family got to hear that type of time if he's convicted. Man, then it's gonna end it. It's gonna be crazy because a lot of people, man, they rooting for him. You know, they hoping this is just a, you know, this is a mishap. You know, they just are targeting his character. Maybe he became too powerful. He was getting big government contracts nobody else was getting. You know, we don't know the real reason. But if he's innocent, man, I hope they pay that man so much money that his kids is straight. Let's go.
That certainly can happen. So it's to be determined, as they say.
And as far as the murder allegation, he's accused of murdering a rapper that was signed to his label. And the feds pretty much allege that he did this because this rapper, who we now know to be Rashawn Williams, recorded a diss track about Big U. Now, it's unclear whether or not Big U actually heard these lyrics prior to the shooting. But in terms of just the murder the murder allegation. What are your thoughts on this, especially given kind of the close nature that Big U allegedly had with the victim?
Once again, you know, to read that allegation and to hear that he murdered a rapper that worked for him, that was on his recording label, that he actually was supposed to be looking out for and kind of shepherding through the entertainment industry, shot him allegedly in the face and left him for dead on the side of a highway, all because this rapper made a diss track or disrespected him in a song. You know, those are very shocking allegations and, you know, heinous if proved true. And, you know, it's something that you'd hate to hear happen to anyone. But over something as petty as a diss track is something that's just unimaginable to think about, the depravity of a person to do such a thing. So it's definitely a jaw-dropping headline. The question is it true? And what is the evidence to back it up? And so that remains to be seen.
3 signs your car accident is worth major compensation. If you've been in a car accident recently.
Yeah, and in terms of even just that, you also have this kind of other aspect to the entire case, and that's Big U's kind of way of raining this power down on LA, and that's in the form of checking in, something that really federal authorities kind of laid out how Big U kind of operates that in terms of just even having professional athletes, musicians, other people who wanted to come down to LA pretty much make a form of payment to make sure that they were protected essentially by Big U, so that way consequences wouldn't happen. And the feds even kind of point out what the consequences are, that being the shooting or the attempted murder of rapper Quando Rondo, and that kind of has to deal with the Lil Durk case. But in terms of just the whole checking in aspect to this case and just even the power that Big U exuded, because they got the whole check-in thing, you know, and I could just kind of ramble on about this, but they got the whole check-in thing because Big U always talked about it on podcasts and documentaries. He was very vocal, and it seems like the feds were watching this entire time. But in terms of just the evidence that the federal authorities have as far as the podcasts, the documentaries that he had done, but in addition to Big U saying these kind of words out of his own mouth, how bad does that look for the defense come trial?
Well, when you are facing criminal charges and some of the key items or pieces of evidence are words you yourself have uttered out of your mouth, they're very hard to walk back. They're very hard to dodge the implications of those. And so many of these rappers and, you know, people in the entertainment industry have gotten very fond of getting on social media and on podcasts and telling stories or, you know, recording themselves in the midst of whatever they're doing, essentially admitting to what they're doing and describing what they're doing, which to me is essentially saying, hey, raising your hand and saying, hey, I'm ready to go to jail or I'm ready to go to prison. Take me in. And so unfortunately, you know, for Big U, they're citing a lot of these different interviews or internet posts where he's talking about checking in. I do note that, you know, and keep in mind, I imagine a part of his defense, I would think, is going to say, look, you know, given where people want to film these videos or they want to come and do their marketing or their advertisements and shoot these videos, these are in dangerous parts of LA. And the police are not here protecting people. The police come after a crime takes place. You know, many people in these communities say the police come to pick up the shells or to pick up the bodies. They're not there before the shooting takes place or the protection before, you know, the carnage happens. And so Big U's like, hey, I'm providing a service. These rappers, these entertainers want to come to these dangerous neighborhoods and take pictures and take videos. I'm actually there making sure that bad things don't happen. I'm providing order that the police are not providing. Now, that's very much like the Godfather Don Corleone-esque. So I don't know how it'll actually play in a courtroom, but I think many people in the community and in the industry understood it. Unless he was actively going after people saying, hey, if you didn't check in, now I have to come and rob you. And that is a part of the allegations.
Oh my God. Now that defense, it looks proper. It's feasible, right? It's okay, we get that, right? But if there's money exchange in that shit, they're coming. Their whole goal is to prove he ran it like a mafia. The mafia charge people to do business in certain areas and communities, but he don't want that type of exterior, that reputation behind his name. He's supposed to be a alleged OG who changed his life for the youth and all that. But if they put that on him, I'm pretty sure they already looked at that angle. You know what I'm saying? Because that angle will be a perfect defense in a state case. But in a federal case, they're going to use those wiretaps, and they got witnesses already like Marley Marl. Marley Marl is testifying against him that he was extorting him for money and using the studio in Vegas where RW got killed at, and then made them remove the evidence out of that motherfucker. So it's just like, man. I mean, that would have been a good defense if you was fighting it in the state. But the feds, man, I'm pretty sure they play out scenarios. They look at the opposition scenarios, how they will try the case. That's what make these lawyers make their shit, right? So that's why I say, man, when you're dealing with the streets and you're dealing with a lawyer, do not sit there and let your lawyer just fight for you. You need to know, hey, what's our argument? What's your defense? You need to hear that. You see what I'm saying? So you can be comfortable in your lawyer. Never take on a lawyer and he's just going to court. You're not even challenging him, asking him, what's your defense? Because that would seem like that would be the probable strategy to say, okay, that's what it really was. In hindsight, that's feasible. That's tangible. We can relate to that, right? We can feel that. You could touch that. That scenario right there is a good scenario. But then they go look at them wiretaps. They go look at the money. Was it involved? They go look at people. Did anybody get beat up? Like, prime example, the Nipsey Hussle situation. You see what I'm saying? With Khaled and them came and they came over, the YG, all that footage that's sitting around here, man, that's why I say, look, if you got a social media, Facebook, Instagram, all of that shit, even if you delete it off of your phone, it's a company called Meta, right? Everybody saying the metaverse. That shit do not delete from Meta. So whatever, they got his iCloud, they got his phone records, they got his meta data. You see what I'm saying? They got all of this shit. Anything he said on any phone from cell phone towers, they've been watching that boy for years now. You see what I'm saying? We gotta be more smart. We gotta understand that just doing some gangster shit and getting away with it don't mean you get away with it. You gotta go further than that. Like I'm telling y'all right now, don't have a cell phone in your name. If you in the streets, you selling yay, you doing any drugs, anything illegal. If you got a cell phone in your government name, you are not paying attention to what I've been trying to show y'all and teach y'all right now. I don't care who you are, how tough you think you is. You're not smart enough to reject this information. If you have a cell phone in your name, your government name, with your social security attached to it, it shouldn't be nowhere in hell you talking about crimes, gangsters, fighting, even listening to that shit. It don't make no sense because I promise you, you got TikTok, so Instagram, Facebook, you threaten somebody on that motherfucker, you cannot delete it. You see what I'm saying? I just had to tell a sucker nigga, I said, nigga, stop doing all this fuck texting, nigga. When you see me, nigga, it's up. Nigga, we don't got to talk on this internet because I don't want no part of me even responding saying I'll do anything to you because I know if I see you, it's up. If you want that, you go get that. But stop talking about all this taking lives, and that shit is corny to me. If you nigga tell a nigga here, take a nigga life on the internet, you a sucker. You a sucker. I don't care how you play that, nigga. They don't do no shit like that, nigga. Yeah, so make sure you don't got nothing in your name man, when you talking on these cell phones, bro, straight up, let's go.
In the federal indictment is that it wasn't just he was providing protection in places and in ways that the police were unable to. It was that the allegation is that if he understood that a celebrity was coming to LA and they did not check in, did not pay the tax, if you will, for his protection, then he would actively send people after them in order to rob them, in order to further cement his reputation as the boss.
Damn, that's where Loose Cannon come in at. Loose Cannon said the exact same thing. Loose Cannon, damn, fuck. Did you hear that? Loose Cannon then would literally, alleged. I don't believe it. I believe he was lying. He said them niggas to go rob some niggas. Big U would go get the shit back and tax them niggas to give them their shit back, knowing that was him. All those people that heard Loose Cannon tell that false story are lying, right? So those people who gave him some money to get their shit back is gonna be like, damn, nigga, that was play the whole time. Nigga, I ain't coming to help your motherfucking ass, nigga. Help me, not nigga. Help you, nigga. Nigga, help me. Nigga, I ask you to help me, nigga. Nigga, you got my shit back and charge me to get it. Nigga, fuck you, nigga. Yeah, motherfucker. I'm telling JP that nigga, yeah, I believe that nigga motherfucking shit. Listen, it's bad. He already had people testifying against him. That last statement before he turned himself in, bro, he was like, I didn't do nothing wrong. Y'all guilty. Y'all trying to get somebody in trouble. Y'all listen to this. Man, look, it's them niggas testifying against you, bro. That's the niggas you got to worry about. And then he was like, man, what nigga from 60 go try to take over development options? Yeah, nigga, that's his baby. That's his golden goose. He got awarded $2.3 million, and he was able to get $3 million from Kanye. That's a total of $5 million. And then he was talking about, man, they raided not my house. My house is. You gotta listen to detail. That's multiple houses. Took his cars. They seized all his financial. They took the money that he had in the bank. Man, shit. Then they got all them motherfucking donation. Wiz Khalifa donated to his organization for 5 years. If they find out that you was taking that donation money and transferring it into your bank account, which they said they did, which means it's embezzlement, man, they talking about nigga. Didn't that nigga say 300 years? Man, shit, that nigga, I don't know you. that nigga gonna say, I don't know you niggas like that. Nigga, I'm 58 years old, son. I did my game banking in the 70s. Nigga, I don't gotta fuck with you niggas ever again. Nigga, me and my family get the fuck up out of here, Jack. Let's go.
If you will, in these neighborhoods.
And it's interesting too, because, given street code, right? Not that I'm too familiar with it, but from my understanding of it, it just seems like there is just kind of this code of honor in a way. That is just kind of the way that the streets run. And even in terms of Big U talking about checking in, he says, even when he leaves LA, he makes it a point to check in if he's going to Chicago, he's going to Atlanta. So it seems like there's kind of this, if you do this for me, I do this for you type of code of honor in a way for this in the streets. But in terms of just leaving the street life, because they sometimes when you're caught too in deep, it seems like there's no way of getting out, and then this type of thing happens. But in terms of just, the OG's not leaving the street life. We're in 2025 now. A lot of things have changed in terms of, people are more vocal on podcasts or more vocal on social media, just about things that they may not realize could be coming off very criminal, but they're still talking about it, not realizing that other people are watching. But in terms of just the street life bleeding into criminal activity that just keeps going and going and going, what are your thoughts about that overall?
Yeah, he certainly has a past that's been discussed, had some convictions, known to be a power player or the boss within his circle and within his circle of influence there in Los Angeles. And yes, people do check in when they go into different parts of our country. Now, is it a check-in to say, hey, I'm here, look out for me, tell me the best restaurants, tell me the best places to hang out, tell me the places to avoid? That's a certain type of check-in. And those are the type of things that many of us might do if we're going to a place that we're not familiar with, and we have people who are familiar with that place in our circle. The problem that, people run into is when you provide those type of recommendations or services, A, for money, and B, under pain of being robbed or beaten or killed. Okay, that's called extortion. That's different.
If you want to get your name, phone number, and address off the internet, but want to handle the removals yourself,
than merely, checking a Yelp review. All right. And so that's what the federal government is talking about here. I do, once again, understand and appreciate the idea that these people often are high net worth individuals. They live a flashy lifestyle. They're going into areas where, violence and crime definitely takes place. The police don't appear to be able to maintain that order. And there's something to be said about communities being organized in a way to where someone outside of the system who may not be able to, in areas that the system may not be able to reach, is able to maintain some sense of order and decorum about how things are going to take place in these communities. And so that may be the role Big U played. And if that's the case, then we also understand from just watching politics and just our everyday things is that when the person who is maintaining that order is removed, there is a power struggle at times, and there's a power vacuum, and then people are competing to fill that void. And oftentimes that leads to even more violence than the authorities think that they were trying to stem or quell. Instead, it incites violence and aggressive activity. And so that also remains to be seen.
There have been some reports that have been suggesting that the trial could start as early as next month, which to me sounds just completely insane. But do you think that's actually plausible given just how extensive this case really is? Do you see it even going on trial next month or getting pushed back, especially now that he's in custody?
I was a bit surprised to say this case is scheduled for trial in such a short window of time. However, I also understand that as a defense attorney and as a defense strategy, sometimes you want to push the government or the prosecutor to trial quickly because you do not believe that they have all their ducks in a row and will be able to essentially be organized, be prepared, and ready to bring all the witnesses and the evidence to bear at trial against you. So that's also sometimes a tactic. At the same time, generally speaking, time is in the defendant's favor if they allow time to kind of run out and allow time to extend out, because witnesses' memories fade, bad things happens to people, are not easily found, and a case can fall apart over time. And so it's usually that's to the defendant's benefit to allow the time to kind of run out and not ask or push for a quick trial. But just because the trial is scheduled for within a month's time or so does not mean it will go at that time.
Right. I get it. I get it. That makes total sense. But they gonna have to push that back. They pushing it. They playing chicken. They playing chicken at this point. They don't believe that the federal government have all their ducks in a row. So it's like you chasing Jason at this point. They like, nah, if you got me, nigga, come get me now. No, nigga, let's duke it out right now. You know what I'm saying? We already seen the summary. We already see the indictment. Now we know the discovery, partial of the discovery. But how this is going to play out, it will be impossible for them to have all this. Now, mind you, they do have his data. They have the meta. They have social media. They have audio surveillance. They have his Google account. They got his iCloud account. All of that data that they got, right? They would have to compel a strong fucking case, bro. I be watching arguments and shit on YouTube. Shit, nigga, YouTube is a university, bro. If you sit back and besides this content that we put out and we watch, if you look at this shit, a RICO, right? Everybody that's in that RICO, if they convict him of one, then majority of them motherfuckers, everybody go get time, Jack. Hell yeah. Name Spanky Johnson, sound familiar to you, Spanky? No, I don't think so. Lame. Man, it's bad, nigga. Hey, look, bro, I would detach myself from anybody that was caught up in that RICO. I don't give a fuck if you got released from jail. They like, oh man, they don't got shit on me. Yeah, right, nigga. This number is out of service. I'm not fucking with you, nigga. Like, man, first of all, some of y'all too motherfucking grown to be worrying about what another person think. I just seen some niggas say, man, yo, crip been looking. And you bitch ass nigga, I'm 40-some years old, nigga. I'm living in the mountains, nigga. You probably somewhere, nigga, still carrying a basket to the laundry around this motherfucker, nigga. Fuck that mean to me, man. Some point you gotta grow the fuck up. You gotta grow up and stay up. Everything ain't about trying to prove yo crippin'. You know how nigga look at 40-some years old trying to prove how tough his crippin' look to some young niggas out here? Get the fuck out of here, nigga. If you didn't make it in, nigga, in your 30s and your 20s, nigga, you ain't gonna never motherfucking make it. And that's just the reality. It's sad, man, that some of you niggas is not even strong enough to be accountable for your actions now. Nigga want to prove that he's still a fly fucking Crip, then prove that he a real motherfucking man that could stand on his 10 toes no matter what the world throw at him. Nigga, that's what life is about. Nigga, be a fucking man. Nigga always quick to pull out their Crip card and shit. Nigga, what about your manhood, nigga? Can you be a man? Nigga, can you make it without nigga saying where you from, nigga? Can you make it without as a man? Can you walk in a building and talk to some white folks about getting a fucking loan for a business? Or you gonna say, yeah, cuz my Crip is solid, cuz go ahead and give me a $3 million loan. Nigga, they not fucking with you, nigga. Niggas always talking, nigga, you can't take that to the bank. Nigga, who give a fuck what my crippin' look like? Nigga, I'm 40-some years old. If you worry about what my crippin' look like, your crippin' ain't shit then. And that's just for the record. I don't know, nigga, worry about what my crippin' look like. Nigga, I done did it. I done did it to the max. Nigga, I done did everything. Ups and down, solid, never fold, never told, nigga. I'm a grown man with kids in college. So all that gangster shit, nigga, you got to holler at me in the streets about that shit. This internet shit, hey, this is what God called me to do. Amen. Let's go. But this speedy trial, boy, he chasing Jason, baby. He's like, nigga, get me now. Let's go.
Oftentimes trials are delayed. They're continued to later dates for reasons on both sides of the aisle. Sometimes the prosecutor needs more time. Other times the defense needs more time, or even the court. So I wouldn't bet on trial proceeding in a month or so. However, it could happen at some later point in time if neither the defendant and the prosecutors can agree on some type of deal.
And how much of a hurdle do you think the defense is looking at, even though the prosecution has the burden of proof, but in terms of just what they have versus the defense, do you think they're really looking at an uphill battle here?
Well, you know, assessing how difficult of a row it is for the prosecution to hoe is only going to be able to really be assessed once you see the evidence behind the allegations, you know, and whether or not people who provided evidence to the federal government are actually going to come to court and say the same things. You know, people oftentimes, and we've seen this in Young Thug's case down in Atlanta.
Say this too, man. At what age do we become where we stop promoting violence? At what age do we stop promoting destroying our community? At what age do we stop bragging about selling dope to the women in our community? You know what I'm saying? What age do you get to when you say, yeah, I ain't selling that nigga mama no dope no more? What age do we stop bragging about beating up our own people from our own hood? At what age do we stop nigga hurting our own people from our corners and our blocks? Because we're not hurting our ops. We're not hurting our enemies or a nigga who came and shot up the whole block. We'll beat up our own people, record our own people, and put it on the internet, and then boast and brag like we're a real nigga. At what age do the niggas in their 40s stop trying to compete with the niggas in their 20s and their 30s to try to prove a spot that they're no longer in? You know what I'm saying? Like when I see stupid shit like nigga, like what a nigga crippin'. At what age do you stop looking at what a nigga look at your crippin' ass? You know what I'm saying? At what age, nigga, if you didn't crip for over 20-something years, who give a fuck what it looks like? At what age do we stop promoting violence as a grown man? What 35-year-old man is out here advocating that the niggas that's in the streets is younger than you? At what age do you say, nigga, I'm not finna go sock out that little 12-year-old little boy? I'm not that little nigga 20-some years old. You 40 years old. He said something hurt your feelings, and you stoop down that nigga level. You shoot that nigga at that red light. He's 20 years old. At what age do the older niggas stop trying to stay down with the young niggas? At what age do we stop trying to compete with the next generation? Some of you niggas that made it over 5 generations. Nigga, if you was born in the 80s, nigga, and it's the 2025, nigga, you done made it, nigga. You know how many niggas we done lost between those years from the streets to the penitentiary? And you still got your ass on this motherfucking streets. You still breathing every fucking day. And you niggas got the tenacity, the audacity to act like you a real nigga because you still claiming the same gang you been from for over 20 years. Congratulations, nigga. Goddamn, nigga, you still ain't made it yet? If nigga want to talk about some shit, nigga, hey, what age do we stop bragging about selling dope? It's not cool that nigga like, nigga, I'm still selling yay to my homeboy mama. He locked up for life. He in the pen doing life, but his mama still out here getting high, and I'm still out here being a supply to his mama. But that's my motherfucking homeboy. At what age do we stop trying to fuck our homeboy sisters as they get older? At what age do we stop trying to make these little niggas who mama, that single mama who don't have a man in that house, come make him join the gang, make him go shoot somebody because he don't have a father that I'll be your daddy? Nigga, we grew up like that. That was the way we was taught. But we won't dare let our kids gang bang. We won't dare let our kids gang bang. But we got the audacity to get on this motherfucking act like we just super motherfucking hard, like we so ruthless and don't give a F about nobody. But let your kids get out there and jump on that corner with a gun and people shooting. You go grab your motherfucking son, tell him take his ass in the house. At what age, homie, we go grow up? You gang banging with this shit, nigga. Gang bang. Do your 1-2, nigga. Do your 1-2. But don't expect a nigga to sit up here and promote it because you doing it. Nigga, I did it. I made it here. I'm not gonna promote what I made it through. I support it. I'm a supported member of my section and where I come from. And I'm proud that I made it to this point. Because I like everybody else, nigga, I was told I wasn't gonna make it past 21. And I'm 40 now. You know what I'm saying? Kids in college, all that shit. So yeah, nigga, I love where I come from. I never forget where I come from. But if any nigga on this internet think I'm gonna be boasting about where I'm from, I'm not dissing nobody hood for number one. Who give a fuck where you from, nigga? That's just where your mama raised you at, nigga. That don't mean nothing, nigga, because you from the other side of the track. Who really you mean to tell me you 40 years old and you care about where that nigga from? That nigga ain't did. You don't even know that nigga. You understand what I'm saying? You niggas get on this internet and play this, nigga, I'm a real low, nigga, my crip is so real, nigga, I do life right. None of you niggas trying to go through 300 years. And then you sitting up in there. I just showed y'all that footage of that man who went to prison at 30 and got out when he was fucking 70. And nigga don't got a pot to piss in when he come home. You'll be lucky when you get out of jail, you find a solid ass broad, you find a place to stay, and you find a fucking reason to live. Because if you do that type of time and you come back home on that same shit, you should walk your ass in that motherfucking gate. Nigga, you like lady boy, you like boy meat. For some reason, some niggas like boy meat and go back up in there. Go on up in there. Cause this life that we got, God gave us one life, and this shit ain't for everybody, homie. This life, it ain't for the weak. You think it's hard in the pen, nigga, it's hard in the streets. Nigga, them bills come every fucking month. Nigga, right now, I still be like, shit, I just pushed 5 bills to the side. I'm looking at that. No, I'm gonna pay that bill next week. I'm gonna pay that bill next week. Nigga, I thank God that I'm right here because I could still be on the block selling dope, shooting at any car that looks suspicious. Any car. At 40, I probably was, if I didn't have the brains to say, you know what, hey, I can't be another statistic, homie. I gotta figure this shit out. It's gonna be some people who ain't gonna figure it out. And some people are gonna die in the same spot. And I pray that everybody find their way to make something of themselves. Not even just make it out, but make a way for yourself. Because nigga, don't die in the same place you was already told you was gonna die at. Don't die, my nigga, because let me tell you young nigga something. You way more valuable than what you think you are, homie. Niggas is telling you you ain't shit. See, that's the problem. See, people don't want you to make it out because they don't plan on making it out. Niggas don't want to go nowhere, so they want to keep you down. But once you make it out, nigga, they gonna talk about you like you was never even there. Don't get rich on these niggas and then you don't got time to participate in drive-bys and shootouts. Niggas is gonna feel like, oh, nigga, you ain't putting me on. Nigga, you ain't giving me nothing. But you didn't work 5-10 years to get yourself in that position, and somebody's going to hate on you. You better believe that this love that niggas say they got in the streets ain't always real, because nigga, love don't hurt nobody. You see what I'm saying? Love ain't gonna kick your motherfucking teeth in. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, love is not gonna break your motherfucking nose and kick you in your motherfucking head and tell you to get up and give you a hug and say, nigga, I did it because you fucked up. Like niggas is God out here. That ain't love, homie. That ain't love, homie. I'm gonna tell you right now. A nigga that'll kick you in your motherfucking head and stump you out and all that shit, pick you up, hug you, nigga, and nigga act like we cool again and shit, nigga knock your motherfucking teeth out. Yeah, and then nigga say, I love you, bro. Yeah, that ain't love, cuz. That's just straight up, nigga. And nigga motherfucking be 40-some years old, still, man, it's all good, man. You know, you didn't mean to hit me in my tooth. You didn't mean to hit me in my tooth, nigga. It's all good, man. It's all good. My bad. You should have ducked, cuz. You should have ducked. Nigga knock all that motherfucking shit out. Oh, yeah, nigga go home to his bitch and shit. She's like, oh, nigga, I'm not fucking with no snagger tooth ass nigga. Yeah, you took your ass over there. Look, they knocked your motherfucking tooth out. Yeah, nigga. Look, nigga. Then I don't got no money for you, nigga. Now I got kids. I got 5 kids, nigga. And eventually your teeth go stink. So yeah, so what you want me? You want me to walk around with a nigga who teeth stink? Yeah, mother. All this shit gone right here. All of that. Yeah, mother. You over here, yeah. You eating fucking sardines and spreads and shit, motherfucker. I told you to go to the motherfucker. No, you wouldn't listen. All right, motherfucker. That's what it is. Yeah, hell yeah. Go and get them niggas in. Go and get the motherfucker. Tell these niggas. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, whether y'all like this shit or not, bro. If you don't like what I say, don't watch me. I love it when a nigga try to give me advice about my motherfucking channel. Go start your own channel then. Nigga, don't give me. If I didn't ask for your advice, then don't give it to me. Because I don't give a fuck. It ain't like I asked you, hey, what you think about my segment? I didn't ask you shit, motherfucker. You motherfuckers be want to have your opinions, have them. I don't give a shit. But the realization is this, homie. Somebody got to tell y'all the truth, bro. And that's why I say subscribe to my channel, because I'm genuine with what I fucking say. You see what I'm saying? When you show too much love, homie, they're going to play you like you weak. I swear to God. Stop just accepting whatever come your way. Nigga, if a motherfucker do you dirty, nigga, don't fuck with them no more. Stop going where you tolerate it. Nigga be like, fuck that nigga, I don't fuck that. And then when you die, a nigga come to your funeral and be like, damn, bro, I was beefing with that nigga over nothing, man. That was my boy, nigga, as a child, man. Man, that nigga used to ride the bike to school every day. We got grown and fell out. Then a nigga pouring out liquor, man, I'm gonna miss you, bro. Man, that shit wasn't about nothing. My bad, bro. It's always too late. That's why I say, man, when we go realize that it's when we gonna stop promoting hurting our own homies. Do y'all realize what we see? Is we see us hurt our own homeboys. We don't go hurt our enemies. It's always us hurting our own homies. And I'm talking about within our culture. We will beat up our own homeboy, put him on the internet, make him look stupid than a motherfucker, and then we won't show no videos of we going to the other side. Them niggas and probably done shot your granny house up, had a baby by your sister. You ain't going over there to go smash them niggas. But nah, you gonna go get in on your own homie. You see what I'm saying? You gonna go steal from your own homie. Yeah, nigga, you gonna rob your own homie. Nigga, you stole. You a thief. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta live around that same community with a nigga who stole from you. You know what I'm saying? We promote that shit all day long. You see what I'm saying? We gotta grow up. We gotta say, look, bro, you my nigga. I'm gonna call you my nigga. We gonna have a code. We gonna have a moral code, nigga. You see what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, nigga, right or wrong, nigga, let me know. I ain't gonna steal from you, nigga. If I got a problem with you, nigga, we gonna squabble up and nigga, and we gonna shake hands like men. If I drop you, nigga, I'm gonna let you get back up. I'm not gonna kick you in your head. I'm not gonna, nigga, try to hurt you, nigga. We gonna squabble like men and duke this shit out and then go our own way. That's how we do it. Appreciate our super sticker. Man, I'm passionate, y'all. One thing I want y'all to always remember, because life ain't promised. Man, y'all can't say that y'all didn't have a real nigga get on here and tell y'all that, look, man, it's got to be a time where we got to stop promoting violence towards each other. We got to stop promoting, beating up women, you know what I'm saying, or even advocating that shit. And for the women, we got to start realizing that it's not cool that we got little women out here talking about they acting just like niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to lie to my nigga and I'm going to keep on cheating. We got to stop promoting all of that shit. This new generation of women, they don't know what it's like, how little women that grew up, you know what I'm saying, at least in the 90s, you know what I'm saying, in the 80s, in the 70s, in the 60s, shit. At least they pretended like they liked it men. This new generation, they like fuck a nigga. Like, out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? We got to come together because every other race, they're not thinking about us. They're like, hey, in the Indian culture, the woman makes $100,000, the man make $100,000, that's $200,000. She not saying, I'm not going, she like to make her own money because, at the end of the day, you can't let a man pay for everything and then you have a say so. That nigga fouling you on his taxes. You understand that? You like, who you think? I'm gonna file my own tax. He like, what the fuck you mean you gonna file your own tax? Bitch, you don't got a job, bitch. I'll pay everything in here. I need you as a dependent on this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with a family structure going together, working together so he can have vacation time and you can have vacation time. That was what women don't even want a family. These niggas is scared to talk to, and there's a lot of beautiful women in this comment. Say, I don't be saying nothing, but a lot of y'all fine in the motherfucking Jack. And you would think some of these niggas me want to talk to somebody. Like, damn, look, you see them avatars and shit? There's some beautiful women over there. Y'all niggas don't be seeing shit. You know what I'm saying? I understand why they say, oh, them niggas giving gay vibes. Yeah, look, you know what I'm saying? He see that avatar, that nigga ain't said shit yet. That nigga giving gay vibes. Yeah, all that shit. I just heard a broad talk about, yeah, if a nigga go to sleep in the passenger side while his homeboy driving, it's giving gay vibes. That nigga said, man, we can't do shit. No, I can't ride when my homeboy driving because I'm drunk. Bitch, I'm trying to get some sleep so I can go deal with your motherfucking ass. Let's get into this reaction, man. Thanks to everybody who's been watching this live, man. I really appreciate it. Let's go. We almost done, man.
Where who the prosecutors thought were a star witness, that person came to court and made a mockery of the entire process, to where Young Thug, who was facing hundreds of years of time, you know, at minimum decades of time in prison, he's at home on his couch on probation. So, you know, these are different. The outcomes are not certain, nor is conviction fixed. Things can happen, and, you know, we have to wait with bated breath to see how this all plays out.
Right, because I remember very clearly when everything, and I'm pretty sure I know which witness you're talking about, where it just kind of felt like we were in the longest trial ever. It just all went from downhill. So you really never know when it comes to trials what the outcome could actually be. Adante Pointer, I want to thank you so much for your insight into this case. I really.
We gonna leave it right there, man. Hey, I'm gonna ask y'all one more time, man. Hey, if y'all really support the channel, man, if y'all ain't subscribed to the channel, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button, man. We're really grinding over here. It's nothing like no other channel like this one. And thanks for everybody that hit the like button. If y'all really want to holler at me, hit me on Instagram at NinaBoy_TV, man. You understand me? And when you woof into a woof, man, make sure you hound, man. And I'll see y'all on the next video. Let's go.
I know how to fight. I tell you once, don't tell you twice. I'm real discreet, a thief in the night. Yeah. If I call you